Guess who? Well, I just want to come on and tell you a couple things. And I still haven't got my mic. I think I told you it's supposed to be here the 24th. Well, something shipped today. So maybe by Saturday, hopefully 2 of the 3 things shipped that I couldn't get on in there. And I hadn't checked yet, but maybe one of them is my mic. So you can hear me a little bit better when I'm out here. But one of the reasons I don't talk loud, just came out of their house. I ain't seen them in probably 2 weeks. I come out here today. Over there's Uncle Eddie. They don't need to know my business, because the old goat is one thing, they're another. Trust me. Listen, you'd be you wouldn't think I live in a nice neighborhood, but I really do. It's a nice, quiet neighborhood except for all the darn cars. But anyway, neighbors aside, here I am. The first thing is I had my video visit with the surgeon this morning, and I feel better. I've been a nervous wreck, not knowing what he's going to tell me, especially with all this virus going on. I knew there wouldn't be like, we're going to up and do surgery next week, but I wasn't even sure if he was going to say he would do it, because I haven't seen him since the pre-op or the cardiology. It went really well. He said obviously they're not allowing them to do surgery now unless it's an emergency. And what he wants to do, he said maybe June or July. I don't know if y'all can hear that man over there hacking his head off. He always sounds like he's coughing up a lung. It's disgusting, and he spits and you can hear it across the street. Oh my God, did y'all hear that? I'm gonna vomit. Anyway. Anyway. Where was I? He said if they allow it, maybe June or July, if they're allowing surgeries by then. He said, but they don't know day to day with this virus. They don't know. He said at Duke, within the past 2 days, they've seen a rise in cases. So he said every day they think one thing, and then the model shows them something different. So he cannot be for certain. But he wants me to get another MRI and have another video visit in May. So sometime between now and May, he'll want me to have the MRI, because he wants to see, how it's changed. And he said he wants to make sure, when he goes in, he wants to know as much as possible that he can. And then I'll have to have another anesthesia pre-op, because that blood work and whatever else they check for it, has expired, considering he said it's been so long since I had it, and then by the time I would get surgery, there's a good, shot in between, and then not seeing my regular physician, because, they're not doing that for checkups. If they don't quit. Do y'all hear that? Oh my gosh. I'm not starting this video over, because I'm not going to try to remember what I just said. So I apologize for... He's coughing up a lung. I kid you not. I seen it roll across the street. Yeah. You can't make this stuff up. Lord, I thought I heard another one. I think it was somebody's air conditioner kicking in. Oh my gosh, this is terrible. What was I even telling y'all? Oh, another pre-op anesthesia. And, check that again. And he said, obviously, I have other health issues, and going in as deep as he'll have to. He said there's always a risk of infection, but my risks are higher simply because I'm overweight, which, still he wants to do the surgery. So that's a good thing. He said to try as much as I can to exercise and try to get as healthy as I can between now and then to go into it as good as I can. So he said, any exercises they've taught you, just try to do it. He said, if you just walk up and down in the house, he said, just try the best you can. So, I mean, that is the best I can do, because with my legs going weak, my knees are starting to lock up on me, and they're getting stiff because I can't move them. So I told him, I said, it's a domino. It's just a domino effect. So anyway, I feel better talking to him. I can look forward to, as long as this virus cooperates and goes away, if people cooperate and do what they're supposed to do, we can get this thing to go away. Maybe they can have a vaccine for it, a cure for it, and we can keep it from coming back. And then hopefully maybe by summer, late summer, I can get this taken care of. So that is that. Now, the second thing is, Lord, there was another bee. I'm telling you, there's something out here every time I come out here. Getting this Weight Watching business back on track. Y'all know I am struggling, and I have been having a hard time getting it going. Well, I have come to a decision. I am changing back to Simply Feeling. If you've been on Weight Watchers for at least 2 years, you know what Simply Feeling is. It was one of the programs before they switched completely to freestyle. So that is where I started. That's where I cut my Weight Watcher teeth, and that is what I'm going back to. It's what I know. I feel comfortable with it. I know freestyle, obviously, but while I'm here in this quarantine and we're not going out to eat, where before we have our weekend, Saturday eating out, I blow all my, even when I was on Simply Feeling before, we still ate out. I still ate out every single week, and I lost 38 pounds within a matter of months. But now, the trouble I'm having, I cannot get back in the swing of tracking. That's Simply Feeling, if you don't know, is like purple on steroids. It is where purple was derived from. So they took some of the core 0-point foods, but not all of them. There's a whole lot more on Simply Feeling. And so tracking, you don't track things that don't have points. They stress that. I don't know what purple stresses, but Simply Feeling stressed. You don't like to track, don't worry about it. You don't have to track this food. You eat till you are full. Don't mean you gorge, but you eat till you're satisfied, and you eat of the 0-point foods. And you have weekly points, no daily points. Purple gives you daily and weekly. You only have weekly on the Simply Feeling. Okay, so I still ate out every week, and that's where my weekly points will go, because I ate within the 0 points during the week, give or take here or there, and then the rest will be for eating out. Well, now that we're not eating out, I can get myself back into it easy, because even though I'll cook splurgy type food on the weekends, just because we like stuff like that, stuff that maybe it's not easy for him to carry for lunch, those kind of things, higher point foods. Even though I'm doing those on the weekend, it's still not as high as if we were eating out. I'm sorry, I rolled my eyes at him. He didn't see me. He had a piece of furniture in the back of his truck. Was that necessary? I don't know. Maybe it was. I shouldn't judge. I want this over. I know y'all do too. I just want it over. So, I don't have to track, except for what I have points. I don't have to worry about the super high points eating out. I can just cook and count those as points, so I can ease back into it. If I need to eat more points during the week to get myself back into the swing of it, then I can do that. And I have more foods available that don't count points. So there again, it's less tracking that I have to do, less keeping up. with what I have to do. So it's easier for me to try to get back in the swing of things, because I'm telling you, I'm having a hard time doing it. I don't know what it is about this. Well, I do know. I got off and I got back on, and I've been back and forth, but this time I'm just going to tell you, this virus has got me. I know, don't worry, it'll be all right. We're going to get through this. Okay, I'm sure we are, but I can't stop worrying in the meantime until we do. And I don't know how to stop worrying. I don't know how to stop letting it get to me. So, I mean, it just is what it is. I try, and I know I'm not the only one. I know I can't be the only one that this thing has got down. I mean, it's got me down. Everything about it. There's so many levels of emotion surrounding this whole virus that you can't really pin it to, like, oh, I'm stress eating. Well, I don't really stress eat on this. I do stress eat. This is not a stressful situation as much as it is a sad situation and a scary situation and a frustrating situation and a mad situation. I get mad when I hear and read about people shopping at the Walmarts, milling around like it's, Sunday afternoon after church or something. That makes me mad. I get sad when I think about people that are dying in a hospital without somebody. I get sad for the people at home that are having to deal with somebody at the hospital dying. I get sad. A nurse thing I read on Facebook made a personal post about what she sees in her makeshift ICU, and she's not an ICU nurse, but the things she sees, the things that these patients are going through and how they're living their last days, it makes me sick to the pit of my stomach. Everything about this does. So I know that has a lot to do why I can't get myself in the game, because I don't want to track and I don't want to measure and weigh, even though I know I have to. I can't seem to get it together. I can't find deep down inside what I need to pull up to make myself do it. I can't, and I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and tell you everything is hunky-dory when it is not. Oh, there goes my neighbors. You watch, they're going to get in that vehicle and they're going to go down this road to her parents' house. Oh, I hope it's because she's an essential worker. I really do. Listen, I've just sit out here and groaned about everything, haven't I? This has been a pathetic excuse for a video. Kind of how I feel. Just pathetic. Like, I come to you, I feel like doom and gloom, despair. Y'all remember Hee Haw? Gloom, despair, and agony on me. Y'all remember that? Deep, dark depression, excessive misery. If it weren't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. Gloom, despair, and agony on me. Listen, I ain't never sung in front of nobody in my life. Not where they can hear me. So y'all should feel special. See, there's that bipolar down in the dumpster laughing at the hee haw. Get on the ride, folks. We're going down the road. Listen, this is a disjointed video for sure, but you know what? When I already said it one time, I'll say it again. It is what it is. So that made me think that other hee haw song. I know y'all seen hee haw. Listen, hee haw was where it was at. You remember the two men? They was, and she was gone. Remember them? The one my papa taught me, and it's the one I sing. I was singing it the other day. It just gets on my mind. I only know one verse of the whole song. Said you was going out for hunting a possum. Said you'd be back when you caught one. Now you've been gone about 10 years, my darling. I'm beginning to wonder if something went wrong. Well, where are you tonight? Why did you leave me here all alone? I searched the world over and thought I found true love. You met another and you was gone. I can't believe I just did that. Oh well. I made myself feel better. Listen, if you can't laugh at yourself, you might as well give up, I reckon. I hope y'all just laugh with me. Get your mind off of something. Because Lord help us, I need my mind off of it. Like I said, I can't be the only one. So now that I have serenaded you, and I will still be, I was talking about the simple feeling, I'll still be cooking because I got to cook for David. And bless his heart, he'd say he got to do something. He said he's stuck on sweets. And if you knew this man, he does not have a sweet tooth. He can bypass sweets like I can bypass hot sauce. Not even a thought. He does not gorge on them. He doesn't crave them. He doesn't, like, I can make a cake. He can sit over there and I'll be fussing at him. And this has been, always this way. This is not something new. Why are you not eating that? Why, you need to eat that. Eat it. Well, he won't do it. Well, he said yesterday, he said he's got to watch it because he's on a sweets kick. He said when he gets his first drop and gets his trailer and goes to his next stop, he said he's going in there every time to the break room. He said he plans to get him like some trail mix or something, and he ends up getting a candy bar, and he's doing it every night. And I honestly think it's his nerves. He is not a worrier. He is not a panicker. He's level-headed. He's calm and collected, and he does not let you see him sweat. You know the commercial, never let him see you sweat. He doesn't. So I think everything has gotten to him too. He's going to work every day. His mother and sister, he still deals with that. He's got a lot on him, and I think this virus has just added. So I think he's stressed out. And I think that's where his nerves are taking him, is to the sweets. And he doesn't have an eating problem. Oh my gosh, he's got more willpower than anybody I know. He is so strong. So I wouldn't tell him that because, I ain't going to. If he don't think he's stressed, I don't want to put it in his head. And then he doesn't turn out to be stressed, because you can tell him something, he'd be like, oh, okay. He's strong, but he's a thinker. You can't give him too much to think about, because he'll take it and run, let me tell you. So, anyway, I was telling you that to say that he said he's got to watch what he's eating too, so I'll still be cooking the same foods I always cooked. It's just maybe I'll eat it plain and not have the sauce on it, or something to that effect. I can still incorporate. I've already went through my menu that I made to see if it is simply feeling okay, and yeah, pretty much everything I can either eat or just leave like a portion out, or just change it. Like I'm going to give him some of the I was going to do some of the twice stuffed potatoes I did in the collab. I got them in the freezer, obviously. We're going to have those, and instead of those, I'll just pop me a potato in the microwave. That way he can still have that, and I can have a potato and it'd be 0 points. So I'll still be cooking for you as long as I can think up stuff to cook. I do have a couple new things coming up. Matter of fact, tonight I have something. What am I making tonight? Oh yeah. Had a little thing in my goozle. I was in there looking for something, Oh, I was looking for my Simply Feeling papers, and I was in one of my drawers in the junk room in there, where I keep my notebooks and all that kind of thing. And I come across my old cookbook that I forgot I even had. It's just a big old spiral bound notebook that I have printed my recipes out of my program and just taped them in there. It's just a big old fat book of taped up recipes. That's what I had forever, and I forgot I had it when I made my new cookbook. Well, I pulled it out and started flicking through there, and I saw things that I forgot I had. I didn't transfer them over. I have like 4 in my recipe program. I have like 4 cookbooks. I don't know what happened to the very original one. There was one before the last one that was marked 2005. There was one before that. So there's 4 of them in there. And each time I make a new one, then I'll transfer over. Well, sometimes my taste buds change. I'm like, oh, well, I'm not going to transfer that over. Well, when I was flicking through there was things that apparently I thought I didn't want to make anymore for some reason. So I found a recipe for honey barbecue pork chops or chicken. And I'm like, well, I got chicken, and I got barbecue sauce, and I got honey. So that's what we're making tonight. And it's real simple, and it's real easy. So I just thought I'd bring you along. Because who can't use something easy, you know? But yeah, I found several things in there that I forgot. I forgot I had in there to make homemade buttermilk with buttermilk. All kind of little things that I saw. I'm going to go sit in here and go through it some more and see what else I can come up with. But I found a couple other recipes I want to try. I found another one from Pound Dropper, since that, oh my gosh, that Monterey chicken I made the other day was so good. David loved it. He kept saying, man, this is good. And I'm like, it is. It really is. So I found another one from her that is along the same lines with bacon and cheese on it. And I can't remember anything else. I can't remember, but it sounded good too. So I'm gonna do that one too. I think one day next week. Is this Thursday? Yeah. See, I originally didn't have anything on my menu because I thought I was going to the doctor's, and then when I got it rescheduled for video, then I was sitting there this morning. I'm like, oh yeah, I got to cook supper tonight. By the way, he said that unless it's where he needs to see the incision after surgery, he said we can do whenever you want to do a video visit. He said you don't have to come up here every time. He said there are certain times that I will want to see you, actually see you. He said, but the rest of the time we can do it video. He said you don't have to be inconvenienced. He said, and you can see my pretty new office. He was in a new office and he was proud of it. He's a young guy. He does not look, I'm going to tell you, he does not look old enough to be able to do surgery. Joan calls him Doogie Howser. I showed her a picture of him. She said, you got Doogie Howser as a doctor. So really, he does not look old enough to know everything he knows. But if he works for them, I trust him. Because I don't think they would have anything less than, you know, the best. That's how I feel. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. Because I refuse to be. All right. I believe I'll wrap it up. Oh, there was that flying object. Oh my God! Let me tell you this. I ain't gonna wrap it up. I got to tell you this. So, oh Lord, sweet Lord, he touched my knee. I got him too. Did you hear him hit the door? I'm sorry, I had to act a fool. Y'all don't know. I don't do these well. So when I called it a flying object, when growing up, Mama and Papa had a house Papa built up in the mountains in Tennessee. Well, we lived up there on the weekends. I mean, up until I turned 13. And when I turned 13, I thought I was grown. So I was going to quit going with Mama and Papa because I was a teenager and I was grown. I regret that. I regret ever feeling that way. Anyway, we would go up there on the weekends forever. I mean, I did that, you know. And the two little boys next door, we were like, he had a nice big chunk of land. And so the house was here. It went straight down, and there's the stream, and then straight back up. And I mean, you had to really do some climbing to get up and down. And then over on the mountain was directly behind the house. And then there was a trail around it where you could walk around to the other side and wherever else you want to go. Anyway, you couldn't have told me I wasn't a little boy, because I mean, we played with the crawdaddies, rode the dirt bikes, covered in the yellow gold mud over on the mountain. I mean, God, I had a ball in the mountains. Anyway, there was one weekend we were up there. My baby brother was up there. Well, he was maybe, oh gosh, I'm trying to think if I was older, because that would have put me about 14, because I'm 7 years older than him. So he was probably about 7. So we had all went up there, Mama and me and him and Mama and Papa. And all of a sudden, he comes flying out of the bedroom. It's a flying object. It's a flying object. What are you talking about? Turned out there was a bat got up in the cabin. It was not a wood cabin. It was a cement block. And then he did the outside with stone. He was a mason. He did the outside with mountain stone. He got stones from the mountain and had them, you know, done whatever they do to them. So anyway, Mama was in there chasing that bat up in the thing in the middle. We have never, ever forgot the flying object. So anything that moves is a flying object. Oh, I'm sorry, I just had to tell you that, because I thought of it when I was going after that bee. Okay, I really am going to hush it up now, because this has been like the Twilight Zone video. Okay, well, I'll see you next time.